Hey, everybody, and welcome to Virtual TrekCon. This is the Ceremonies. That's Scott Baker cheering us on, meteorologist Katie kind of cheering us on, Malissa Longo smiling cheerfully, Michael Kenyon Rosenberg judging us as usual, and Marie Segal worried about what I'm going to say about her, and Cirroc Lofton, who doesn't care. He's like, you can say whatever you want. I'm Jay Sisko, man.
I can kind of hear you, so that, we'll see.
Got it. So I'm Ryan T. Husk. This is Virtual TrekCon. We want to do the opening ceremonies just to kind of explain to you who we are and what we're doing. And it's slightly complicated because nobody's ever done this before. How cool is that, by the way, that nobody's ever done this before, ever?
Oh my gosh. It's like Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade meets Star Trek, and I love it.
Yeah. How you guys doing out in Germany and Wales and New York City and Michigan and Olympia and
Detroit?
Wow.
Yeah, Michigan represents.
Nice. Where's everybody? Where are you guys? Scott, you're in LA. Katie, where are you?
Hollywood Boulevard.
I'm in Sioux City, Iowa.
It's a good sarsaparilla.
Yeah, and good tornado.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. Melissa?
I'm in Southern California, Simi Valley.
Jay Sisko is in West LA.
Shout out to Canada, Springfield, Mississippi, UK, Florida, Jamaica.
Yeah, Jamaica. Yeah,
Wow,
Colombia,
really?
Maryland.
Wow.
Hey, Mario Lira's checking in. He's, I don't remember where, just north of San Diego. I always forget exactly, like Huntington Beach or something like that. Anne-Marie, you're out in Manhattan, right?
Yeah, with Lawrence and Ed in the live chat.
Nice. And Michael Kenyon Rosenberg, where are you?
I'm in Portland, Oregon.
Nice.
It's a nice, beautiful, cloudy day here today.
Lucky.
Nice.
So, what's Virtual TrekCon? It's 6 days. It's free. It's free, you guys. And people are like, yeah, but, what's the catch? Do I have to sign up for something? Do I have to say nice things to you? No and no. You don't even have to.
No.
I love how Cirroc froze in what looks like a picture, an actual picture of him,
I thought he just was like really happy this whole time and he
listening intently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very quickly, Mr. Scotty Baker here designed the website, guys. So everything you see on the website, so many hours that he put in on that, and we really appreciate it. It's been awesome. Do you want to tell us about that, Scott? How exciting and fun that was?
Yeah. Well, when Ryan, you came up to this idea and you said Virtual TrekCon, I said, let's do it. And I immediately was thinking of these like vaporware 80s virtual reality kind of stuff. And I said, let's make the whole thing like this. And so I got all these great ideas, like the main logo graphic. You can see I put the Vegas skyline in the back because I feel like that's what we're all here for, right? Is because we're missing out on going to Vegas like we should be right now. And so so that was fun to do. And then it's just it's been a lot of hours on the website, but mostly just sort of like a little bit here. Ryan updates me with this and I put that up there, make a graphic, put that up there. It's not like I lost too much sleep over it, right? But
how many times did I send you a text or an email saying, oh wait, can you add this, can you change this?
Yeah, a lot, probably.
Ryan
just
is
love
very
that.
demanding.
He had to up his cell phone plan.
Yeah. Well, I love that we talk like through texts and then Facebook Messenger and then email. And so it's like we have 3 different conversations going on those 3 different platforms. Yeah,
I would try to send you an email so that it's like more organized thoughts, and then I would send you a text saying that I sent you the email, and then you would send me a Facebook message saying done. That's kind of the wheel of what we do. Also, everybody at home, this is meteorologist Katie. She is doing a panel with us also about the Orville. Sorry, guys, if you hate the Orville, my bad. But most people don't. It's awesome. And you're a part of Orville Nation. What are you doing on? What do you guys do on Orville Nation, by the way?
Yeah, Orville Nation. It was my first time ever podcasting, and it was brought on by PJ. And we do this thing called Woman Power Wednesday with myself and PJ and a lot of other guests that we just bring on, and we talk about the things we like about the Orville, about Star Trek, just honestly anything sci-fi, and how it is helping to advance the future, not just for women, but for everyone. And it's so much fun. We go on so many fun tangents.
That was a great
Orville
tangent
Nation.
right there too. No, sorry, I was typing. And so that's why you're a perfect person to be in our Orville discussion group. That one's gonna be really fun. I'm really excited about it, and I think we're gonna have some pretty cool surprises. Now that, by the way, if anybody uses StreamYard, which is the software we're using right now, do you know that just 2 days ago we got a notification saying that StreamYard no longer has a 6-person maximum? You can now go up to 10 people. So if that happened like 2 weeks ago, we could have had bigger panels because we could have 10-person panels. But at least it happened now, so we can have 7 people on today.
Yeah, if people aren't familiar with StreamYard, it was a pain that you didn't realize was a thing, just being stuck to 6 people. This is so much better.
Yeah, you have to do that math. It's kind of like when you have like 4 friends and 1 pizza, and you kind of start doing that math. You're like, okay, how many slices is the skinny guy? He's skinny. He only needs 2 slices.
Who gets the extra piece?
Now, Melissa, let's introduce everybody to you. You also have a really cool website called Walking Art, made by Melissa. You want to hear about that a little bit. We're also going to include that in the description boxes below. You're going to be a part of like 6 or 7 panels hosting and as a guest. You want to talk about those?
Sure.
I guess.
You twisted my arm. Yes, I do have a website, Walking Art, made by Melissa. It's artwork that's done by me, and my goal is to make art functional, whatever that may mean to you. But I put some of my artwork on bags, on masks, on T-shirts, there's hats coming. There's jewelry that I've made.
Like my bracelet.
Yes.
Nice.
So yeah, and the functionality changes with whatever I get inspired by. So yeah, so that's fun, and it's a new business for me. So yeah, it's been fun learning to do that. This week I will be doing some mini panels. The women's panel, which is on Friday, Orville panel, which is on Friday as well. There's some other panels too.
She's very excited about them.
Yes, I am. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, she'll be here for our opening and closing ceremonies, as well as this really cool one, the DS9's 2nd generation, which is a really fun and exciting one. Marie Segal at the top of a building, at the top of a high-rise in Manhattan, in her sun hat.
Well,
how you doing?
Cirroc gave me the idea to start wearing hats because usually you have a hat on, and they look so good on Cirroc.
I do usually have my hat. Yeah. Very beautiful hat.
Anne-Marie is also one of our frequenters in the 7th Rule. Do you want to? And the reason she likes us at the 7th Rule is because, as it turns out, she likes all Star Trek podcasts ever, and she is like this infinite wealth of knowledge. So anytime we have questions about like that's how for Cirroc and I how we've had such a steep learning curve. Is most people, it takes them years to gather all this information about like Star Trek podcasting, but luckily we have Anne-Marie, who's like an encyclopedia. So every time we have questions about podcasting, Star Trek specifically, we ask her, and then she gives us way more information than we ask.
I learned from all the greats because I sleep with them on. So
What was your favorite podcast before the 7th rule?
Oh, okay. So I don't like to play favorites, but my first and nearest to my heart is The Greatest Generation. And we call ourselves the Friends of DeSoto because of Captain DeSoto from the USS Hood, and he
Yes.
was a really laid back ship. So they're my favorite, Greatest Generation. However, I do love a bunch of others. Priority One, Women at War, the Trek FMers, Trek Geeks. I'm sure I'm forgetting like a bunch. I just love all Star Trek podcasts. Primitive Culture.
Oh, that's a fun title.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
I mean,
Deanna Troi when she's
Primitive
stumbling,
Culture.
right?
Yeah, exactly. And then they actually gave me the idea because in their podcast intro, it's about they sing Blue Skies, obviously from the show. So then I'm a big frequenter at Marie's Crisis, the Broadway show tunes iconic piano bar in West Village, who usually has like a 3-hour wait to get in. And on Saturday night, they're gonna do a huge sing along. That's Star Trek
So
theme.
we have a 3-day wait.
Yeah, on Saturday night, 8:30 to 10 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, we only have a 3-day wait, but it'll be really fun.
Yeah, and Anne Marie's the lady that hooked that up for us. It's a piano bar. They play these really cool show tunes, and they're going to do an hour. It's an hour and a half. I think it's an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Of
And
like
always
all
celebrities
Star Trek
hiding in the
songs.
corners. It's very, very fun. And especially since they're like, they love Nana Visitor because she's obviously a very big Star Trek fan. And then it'll be nice, like, we can have some Renee tributes during it since he was such a Broadway legend. And obviously, it's only a Paper Moon moment. So I'm looking very much forward to it.
Ooh, very quickly, one Trek fan says, is there a hashtag for this con so we can keep track? Yeah, it's going to be hashtag virtual Trek con or VTC, but I feel like VTC is going to be used by like some eyewear company or a tractor company. Or something. I mean, like it sounds like, or a tech company or something.
Start getting coupons for televisions.
Yeah. Good question, one Trek fan. Michael Kenyon Rosenberg.
What song are you looking forward to playing?
Well, first of all, like I sing on the roof, so basically, like, I'm sure the neighbors love it. But I think I love basically anything Vic Fontaine. But it's gonna be a lot of fun, lots of fun in store, and they're two of the pianists from Marie's Crisis are doing it, so it'll be a really good time. And there's a live chat, so. Usually when they do it every night, it's been voted by like Time Out New York and Daily Mail, like best party on the internet during quarantine. So I think you're in for a treat.
And also thanks for reminding me. I wanted to ask you, they're going to be doing some songs from It's Only a Paper Moon, right?
And yes, I requested Faith of the Heart for you. We'll see if they have the music. I begrudgingly did it. I said like, don't blame me, it's Ryan. So we'll see if they find the music for it.
You mean don't thank you, thank Ryan.
Oh, that's what I actually like on In Memory Alpha, there's a Earth music category. So we went through the whole list and looked up like every episode it comes in. And so there's a really adorable promo movie up on the 7th Rule group that my friend Soneil did. And it starts with Rom, where he's singing, trying out to be in Vic Fontaine's like opening act, where he said the lady is a scamp. So it starts with that, and then kind of shows like everybody singing from home virtually. So it's a really cute video if you check it out.
Yeah, that's in the 7th Rule Facebook group, everybody. Check that out. Go to 7th Rule in Facebook. Just type it in and you'll see whatever you need to see. So Michael Kenyon Rosenberg, everybody, I want you to meet Michael Kenyon Rosenberg, especially because he's been my friend for the longest time ever. We are celebrating, he and I, 20 years of our company called Fallingtower. It's changed a lot of things. It originally started off as like a really cool band where we were rock rolling and jiving.
Back when we're in our 20s, back when we're babies.
Yeah. We're playing shows and mosh pits and rocking out super hard. And Mike had long hair and he was like soloing like a savage. My guitar skills were terrible, so I had to like do rhythm and be like, watch Mike's fingers, not mine. How are you, Michael?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing today?
I just felt like Chris Farley right there. Do you remember that?
Do you remember that? This is my first time using this StreamYard thing, and I haven't really figured it out 100%. Like, I'll say that the green screen is like a lot better than Zoom, because like it really picks up this cup really
Ooh,
well.
fun.
This green cup that I'm drinking
Yes,
out
you
of.
use it well.
It's got like a magic.
So Michael and I have a channel called Fallingtower, which is one of the two channels, that are running this virtual TrekCon. One is the Seventh Rule. The other one is Fallingtower. Fallingtower's been together for 20 years. We've had a YouTube channel for like 14 years, like ever since YouTube was one, I think is what it was. It was 1 year after it started. And it's doing really well. And we do a fun and awesome podcast starting this year. You want to tell them about it?
So our podcast is called Watch the First WTF. So basically, one of us came up with the idea, probably Ryan, to watch the first episode of television programs and then review them. So that's our gimmick: is we watch the first pilot episode of television shows, and we review them. And we've got a couple Star Trek shows that we reviewed for the virtual TrekCon. Isn't that super and very convenient? So
I'm especially excited for the TAS one. I feel like we all haven't talked about TAS enough.
Yeah, TAS is coming up at the end of the con, I think, right? And then Enterprises should be tomorrow, I think.
Tomorrow, right. Yeah, so we want to do a special thing where we do Star Trek related content for our web series. And so the first one we're going to be doing, we want to give the shows that get the least love.
Because there's some other channel that does Deep Space Nine, right? So
these guys sound great. I got to check them out. Oh, there goes Jay.
Just
it's like, am I next?
It's funny. It's funny that you guys mention it's only a paper moon, because I've been showing my wife Deep Space Nine. I mean, we watched Next Generation first, and now we're in Deep Space Nine, and we literally just watched It's Only a Paper Moon last night.
Wow,
so beautiful.
One of the best episodes ever.
Right.
Yeah.
So check out Watch the First. If you guys want us to review the first episode of a series, just put WTF Frasier or WTF Battlestar
Seinfeld.
Galactica.
Ryan always likes
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
WTF Seinfeld.
It's because I panic. I go WTF and I go, I got to think of something.
Yeah.
He really wants to review Seinfeld.
I know, that and Cheers.
I would be happy if we never did Cheers, because I did rewatch that like last year, and
There's
it was terrible.
moments in the first season.
That first episode's really bad.
But also, your channel has like 677,000 subscribers or something amazing. I knew you didn't want to brag, but
It's like 6
pretty
8.
impressive.
It's like anything can happen after 14 years, you guys. I'm sure this.
Videos can go viral. Weird things can happen.
Yeah, it's been a long road getting from there to here. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yes, I also forgot to plug on Friday night. There's the Cosplay Cabaret by Lawrence, with a lot of Star Trek themed numbers. Really amazing. He's an amazing performer, like charisma dripping out of his ears. So talented, and like I've heard rumors that even a Priority One host is an amazing singer and is going to appear on it. So that'll be really great too. And trivia.
Real quick, so Eve England says that she's gutted that she's going to miss the sing-along. We're gutted about that too, but she's out in Wales. There's no way unless she wants to stay up till 3 a.m.
Back to Dino time.
Yeah.
T-Wo Planning says, Cirroc, I'm desperately hoping to hear your Mike Tyson stories this weekend. Those are the best.
Oh, the Mike Tyson stories are epic. We're actually thinking of getting Cirroc a Mike Tyson
No,
cameo.
I read that I disappear all the time. But something's wrong with my sound. So it's funny because I think I hear everything on a delay and it's all choppy. That's why I keep trying to fix it and disappear, but can't do it.
Luckily,
We've just been messing with you this whole time.
Yeah, luckily, we hear you perfectly, so so we're good. And Eve England says she loves WTF. J.R. Poole says, WTF, are you being served? So that's one for us.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
Or Hutchinson says WTF Doctor Who.
Yes.
I want to know, do you want us to do the original 1960s version or the ninth Doctor?
Russell T Davies. RTD.
Both.
Yes.
Double header.
all the doctors first.
Ryan would die if he had to watch the one from the 60s.
I mean, whatever. I would do it.
Enthusiastic.
But yeah, guys, check that out. So on Thursday, you're going to see our WTF episode for Enterprise, which is a really good one with Bridget Fitzgerald and Stephanie Kay of Lambda Quadrant. So we're really excited about that. And then on Monday, we have a review of the animated series with Malissa Longo and Roz Stanley.
Yay!
Yeah, she's great.
Check those out. Those are the shows that get the least love, but we're going to give it a ton of love. Or maybe we'll be jerks about it. Who knows?
No, we're giving it a ton of love. Spoiler alert.
So, Cirroc, I mean, everybody knows you. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about how fun it is to do the 7th rule? Uh-oh, I think his fan froze.
Oh, yeah, his fan froze.
What does feeling fan say?
You're talking to me.
Yeah, we're talking about the 7th rule, but your fan froze up.
I think you're talking to me.
When your fan stops moving, that's how we know that something froze.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my live indicator right there.
Nice. So, yeah, the 7th rule,
I
Cirroc.
literally like on delay. It's the craziest thing.
Oh.
We'll have that figured out by tomorrow, I'm sure.
Love the 7th rule. It's been fun. It's been like awesome, man.
And Cirroc Sisters website, the Abyssinian kiosk that has amazing Cisco kid, like really stylish, like Delta shields on mugs and shirts, which look like they're out of vogue. They're beautiful.
We're definitely going to have to wear those at some point during this week. I'll definitely wear...
The mug made an
I have to
appearance
move
already.
my head to make sure that I'm still here.
And Mohammed Noor, by the way, Mohammed here, before we get into his comment, he's also going to be doing 2 panels with us.
Mm-hmm.
The science panel and the fan to pro panel, which is people that are huge Star Trek fans and are figuring out a way to make a living out of it. Mohammed is a, what do they call it?
Dean of Natural Sciences at Duke University.
Right. Well, I was going to say he's
and a Star Trek science consultant.
That's what I was
Both
gonna say.
amazingly impressive.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome.
Incredible. So he's our resident genius. And he says, for anyone who hasn't done it, you must check out the 7th rule. Oh, I'm glad I read this.
Mm-hmm.
Great insights on episodes, fun commentaries, and it's really great community chatting during the premieres. Check it out. Really. I like that. So I guess while Cirroc's taking a quick break, he's probably grabbing an orange. He loves to eat oranges on these shows.
Clementine, I thought.
But maybe that's the limit here on StreamYard is you can have more than 6, but that 7th person just keeps getting delayed.
It's still 6 as far as quality is concerned.
Yeah.
The 7th person has no quality, and poor guy.
Yeah. It's a cruel joke that they're
Hello,
playing on us.
Montana.
Hey, we got to say a shout out to Rose Kirby out in the UK. Thank you so much for staying up late for us, Rose Kirby in the UK. Good to see you. Thank you for joining.
Mm-hmm.
We also have War Dog Heim. I don't know if we're pronouncing that right. Out in the beautiful skies of Montana. Good to see you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, guys. Lucky number 7's back. You want to see what happens?
I can't wait.
And then everybody at home, we're going to explain. If you do have questions on how this whole thing's going to work, I know nobody's ever done this before, so it might be a little strange. But if you do have questions, let us know. We'll answer them. And I'll also just kind of go over the regular to-dos.
If you have any questions, let us know, and then Ryan will answer them.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's a webmaster thing, it'll be Mr. Scotty Baker, all one word.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't even believe how good the website looks.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Looks
Totally
great.
blown away.
That poor fan.
Well,
So Dead Purple 7 says, "Come on, lucky number 7." She's rooting for you, Jake. She's rooting for you.
Aww.
Fan freezes again.
Where are you looking at those comments at, Ryan?
Oh, if you click over to live chat
right
or
there.
live comments. Yeah.
On the YouTube?
No, on my.
Right over here. right?
Yeah. Right.
StreamYard.
That's it. Look, I'm looking at it right now. It's right there.
Oh, I see. Okay, I thought you had to be on. I thought you had to be on the YouTube thing to get it, but it's like comes in the StreamYard. How convenient.
Yeah.
You don't have
Thank
two windows open.
Oh, here's a really good question. When the panels repeat, are they live both times?
They're premiered both times, so every single event, whether it's a video, whether it's a pre-recorded episode, whether it's a live thing, or whether it's an event on someone's Facebook page, every single event will include live chats and fan interaction. Yes.
And okay, cool. And then they're going to stay up on YouTube so you can watch them even if you can't make them live.
Correct. So Eve England, who's probably in bed now, and Rose Kirby, who will be going to bed shortly. If you can't see something because it's in off times, just come back. It'll still be on. That's why we're doing like the secondary premieres, is so people early morning in Europe can watch this, and also our friends in Australia and Asia can watch in the mornings or in the afternoon to watch the evening stuff. We're just trying to hit all our bases.
And the names of the stages are kind of like STLV.
Yes, tell us
Which I
about that.
love. So on the YouTube channel, The Seventh Rule, we're calling it the Aaron Eisenberg stage. And on the Fallingtower channel, when they premiere, we're calling that the Renee Aubergenois stage. So that's one of my favorite parts of the whole
I
convention.
know. So happy about that.
Also, hello to Jamal, who's somebody to look out for during trivia on Thursday and Sunday.
Yeah.
He's pretty good, so he's the man to beat.
Tell us about trivia. But first, guys, speaking of Fallingtower and the Renee Aubergenois, his wife is trying to sell the rest of his Star Trek stuff, guys. So in every Fallingtower video, that's every video that's on the Fallingtower channel, the Renee Aubergenois stage, in the description box, you'll see a little thing that says to email her. She wants everybody to email her and ask what she has for sale so that we can help her out, because she's moving soon. And so she wants to get rid of this stuff. Best way to do that would be to go to a convention, but conventions are closed. So help her out, guys.
Aww.
Buy some Odo stuff off of his wife.
So nice.
But yeah, tell us about the trivia night, which is another thing Anne Marie brought to the table.
Well, so I don't know if anybody's played the live trivia events at Destination New York on their page, but they're run by this amazing trivia master, Dan Mason, who's in England. So he's staying up to like 3:30 in the morning, I think, his time, to run trivia on Thursday and Sunday night, which will be at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it'll be about an hour on Thursday and Sunday, and they're really, really fun. It's about like a question a minute, and he's a wealth of knowledge and super entertaining, and has some really fun deep cut jokes between the rounds. So he's very entertaining. Definitely check it out. Marina Krovchak, Jamal, and Lawrence are the people to beat. They always give me a run for my money, or a run for my latinum.
Do you usually beat them, or do they get the best of you usually?
The best I've ever done is third place. So,
Wow.
I was in first place last time, but then Ryan messaged me with the question and ruined my timing on my thing. So
That's what it was.
I almost
Always
didn't talk to
Ryan's
him for
fault.
half an hour. Yeah.
What was the question?
It was a really easy one about Neelish, and I don't know about that. I just have a memory for the trivia.
What was the Neelix question then?
I don't know. I missed it because I just saw Neelix then.
Okay, question part 2. When the Star Trek actors are on and repeat, are they live both times, or is it one or both pre-recorded? Yeah, so they're not going to be live both times. The second one is going to be a second premiere. So it's going to be like a re-premiere where it's still going to have the fan interaction. It's still going to have the live chat, but it's a previously recorded thing. That's going to be the things that are later in the day. Like for us on the West Coast and the East Coast of the States, it's going to be like at night for us. And for the UK and Europe, it's going to be like in the morning for them. In Australia, it'll be like afternoon. Hope that answers that.
Can you just explain one more time about how to get in touch with Renee's wife about purchasing things?
Yes, in every video that's on the Fallingtower channel with Michael and myself, you can tell it's a Fallingtower channel because it'll say Fallingtower. It's going to have that logo that Michael has behind him. And it'll also, at the top, there'll be a banner that says the Rene Aubergenois stage, right? Because we're honoring him. It's in tribute to him. So in all of those videos that are on that channel, check in the description box right below the video. And there's going to be a thing that says that Renee's wife is trying to sell us stuff. Please contact her at this email. So you just email that
All
email
of the virtual TrekCon videos, correct?
Amazing.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Cirroc, your fan's moving okay.
Don't jinx it.
Too late. Too late.
So,
So at this point, do we have to draw straws to see which of us 6 drops out so that we can put Cirroc in?
yeah. So now let's explain very quickly what's going to make this super easy for everybody. If you guys want to think of this as like Netflix and you just want to binge watch this thing, you don't want to have to keep going back to the website, which looks amazing, Scott. You don't want to have to keep going back to social media, which looks amazing, Ryan and Scott. You just want to like keep watching and see what's next. In the description box of every single video, just go right below the video. You'll see something that says to watch the next VTC video, click here. You just click that link and it'll take you to the next one. It'll take you to the next one. And if it's at the very end of the night, it'll take you to the next morning. So then you look and you go, all right, I got 8 hours to sleep and I'll come right back.
I feel like I did already set my alarms based on that.
It's like 1 p.m. for you. You'll be fine.
Yeah, but I'm going to have to be up to like 1 a.m. every day live chatting at least because I want to catch everything multiple times. Because chatting with everybody in the live chats is one of the things that's like the most special about the live premieres.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I hope that makes sense for everybody. All the videos will be fan interactive. They'll all have live chat. Some will be re-premieres, secondary premieres. The podcast episodes we recorded are pre-recorded. And some of the guests were not able to record this week, so we pre-recorded them and are showing them here. So this is just like a big mix of pre-recorded episodes, of live videos, of second premieres, of events on people's Facebook pages. Also, Scott, there's a panel that's not on this channel or the other channel. There's a third channel involved. Tell us about it.
Oh, shit.
What's I don't know. What,
Yours.
My channel. Me? I am hosting one of the panels on Friday morning. Friday morning it is. Yeah. So we got hit up. Let me make sure I get his name. So James Croft did this great presentation about the ethics in Star Trek. And that's like one of the things that I love is I love talking about like philosophy and ethics and morals and all that kind of fun stuff. So we decided to bring James on and so him and I are going to chat Friday morning about like ethics and morals and philosophy and all the kind of stuff related to sci-fi and Star Trek and things like that. And that one we're going to be hosting on my channel. And that's in the calendar on the website. You just click on it there Friday morning, and then you can see it's called Ethics and Star Trek. And so I think that's the only one that I'll be hosting on my channel. But I've also on that channel I've got my my little animated Star Trek fan films that I did, Cease and Desist, and Quarantined with special guest voices, Ryan and Enrico. So so people can check those out.
This just came up on the last live chat.
So. Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Is the Carol Baskin?
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you haven't checked out my animated Star Trek fan films, that's on the same channel there. So it's that.
Ryan does a mean Deanna Troy.
Yeah.
I did. Somebody just said that Cirroc freezes like a Dapper Dan. That means in live streams when you freeze and you look really cute. Aww. Just got the better room.
Guys, listening in, check out Michael just did a Fallingtower comment with the information that is linked at the bottom of every video. That's what it says. So look for that thing at the bottom of every video. Makes it really easy, and you can just email her and ask her whatever she wants to sell you, and help her out. It'd be great.
Hi, Mom. Oh, well, also hi, Germany and Austria. But Ryan,
God.
There's a question about Vendor's Room.
Great. How funny is this? Anne Marie's mom is Mary Ann.
Mm-hmm. And my great aunt was Anne Mary.
Okay, what's the question, Anne Marie?
Can you discuss how the Vendor's Room will work?
Sean says, I think Ryan has a secret button that keeps freezing Cirroc. Sorry, the question again. Sorry.
I think they're those time rifts. Can you discuss the Vendor's Room?
Right. So the vendor's room, this is just something to where all the vendors could send in a quick video of themselves. We put it all together, and by we, I mean Mr. Scotty Baker, who did that. And we put that into a compilation video, and that is airing on Monday, on the last day, because you look at it like, usually on the last day of the conventions is when you really get all your stuff, because nobody wants to get the stuff and then carry it around. Actually, I think most people do that, but whatever. Anyway.
What Ryan means is he only gets stuff on Monday.
And then, yeah, that's true. But
good stuff goes quick.
Yeah. So
some of the vendors actually have discounts during virtual TrekCon also.
Right. There was a lady that was tweeting us about that.
Thrifty Trekkie, Sally Seegers. She has one, and also JJ Lendl. So far, the two that I know of who are running discounts for virtual TrekCon. So
God, we love those guys.
They're amazing.
So
and actually, like Thrifty Trekkie sells those Dax symbionts, and they come like little stuffed ones, and they come with a gift certificate that says that you graduated from being a drill initiate. They're the pictures are really, really adorable.
That's so nerdy.
It's so nerdy. So nerdy and so amazing. And the picture, she's dressed up in like a graduation gown, so you definitely have to check them out.
Yeah, and definitely the vendor's room video is actually pretty entertaining. Some people just said, "Oh, here's the stuff that I sell," but like one person did like a little puppet show, and so there's a couple fun things in there. They made it pretty entertaining. So it's definitely something worth watching. And supporting, because we know when we go to the con, that's one of the fun things is just to walk around the vendor's room and see all the cool little toys and badges, and people like Melissa making little gadgets and gizmos and knitting things and stuff like that. And I mean, how many of those people, 80% of their business is what they do in Vegas every year. And so anything that we can do to kind of help support them, I think is awesome.
Definitely. And anybody who didn't get a chance to make the video, I know I've talked to a few people, and if anybody's in the comments, if you could just leave comments on the vendor's room video saying the links to your sites, it's a good place to put them all so that we can go shopping.
Yeah. Same thing also with the, thanks for saying that, with the podcast one, there's a couple people that missed the deadline, and Mr. Scotty Baker here was like, hey, just put it in the comments section, like let everybody sift through, whether it's your podcast or whether it's just your favorite podcast you think people should check out, just say, hey, check out this podcast. Let's all share our podcast. Katie, you seem to light up there. Is there a podcast you especially like?
I like all podcasts. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Anything with commuting and chasing and everything that I do, you get time to listen to a bunch of podcasts. So this is like, I am going to absorb all of them.
Yeah.
Tell them what are you chasing, Katie?
Tornadoes. You can see pictures back here. I basically travel across the US and chase tornadoes and hopefully hurricanes one day and hailstones. People don't like generally.
Michael also has meteorologist stuff behind him.
Yeah. There you go. I noticed it the second the green screen went up. I was like, hey.
Oh, and there's a really fun fifth passenger panel, which I just remembered because of Scott Baker's background.
Yeah.
That's such a cool
poster. Will be super exciting, and there's some really awesome people on it.
Yeah. That was a jam-packed one. That was one that was cool that we did pre-recorded so that we could have so many guests in there. And I don't think we had any technical difficulties with people dropping out. Would you have like 8 people in that?
Yeah, 8 or 9.
Like
yeah.
It was a pretty jam-packed panel. I'm excited for people to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, Hana Hate, and others. So.
Tim
Russ.
Tim Russ, Hana Hate. Let's name them all. Darnell Davis, Rico E. Anderson, Morgan Lariah, Scott Baker, Ryan T. Husk.
Cirroc was in there.
I mean, you had me at Darnell Davis.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
And
My favorite Star Trek 6 Klingon.
And happy birthday to Hana Hate.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
July
Yes,
15th.
right.
Thank you for remembering.
I think it was Sir Patrick's yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2 days ago.
2 days ago, I think.
Yeah, Captain Picard and Han Solo have the same birthday. That's
Okay,
pretty
yeah.
impressive.
It's crazy because like someone like him will have a birthday, and then for like the next 3 days, like your Facebook feed is just filled with like all week is happy birthday Patrick Stewart, right?
Yeah.
Oh, did you see the Mindy Kaling picture where she's like on her couch in a TNG sweatshirt and jeans, and she's really cute?
I did not.
I did
see
not
that.
know she was a fan. I love it.
I want to see it now.
Yeah,
though.
check out her
It's
Twitter.
so
It's awesome.
We need to hurry up and end this video so we can go check out Twitter.
I know.
So what are other questions people might have?
Jake
if
Lives
you ever-
Matter.
If you ever do, kind of get lost as to where the videos are, what's going on, just go to virtualtrekcon.com. Go check out the calendar that Scott made. And you guys got to see what Cirroc put in his name. Not really here, Cisco.
Nice, Cirroc.
He's
He's frozen again.
Picture.
We're all trying to laugh long enough for him to be able to see that we're laughing at his joke.
I know. Because of the delay.
I try to relocate.
Really? That's a perfect name, though. That's funny.
I try to relocate, but I'm just not able to get a solid feed.
Well, we hear you just fine. Good. Luckily, we hear you perfectly. So that's good.
Oh,
And
fans
we're
with your
getting good
fans.
we're getting good screenshots.
Just kidding.
He's like, "Oh, you guys hear me fine? All right, I've done my job. See ya."
I'm out.
I'm done.
If there are questions about Virtual TriCon, if you go to the Sevens Rule group, if you just write your questions like in comments for the post, we'll see them.
Right, and that's the other thing is to see all of the events, because this is just all the videos connect to themselves, but to see all of the events, there are tons of cool events from Lambda Quadrant, Marie's Crisis, Neutral Zone Studios, all those. To see all those, just go to the website, virtualtrekcon.com, and then go to calendar, and then it'll have all 6 days. You click on those, and every single one of those things will have a link that takes you to that location, whether it's somebody's web page or whether it's a Facebook page, or whether it's our YouTube channel or another YouTube channel. So every single thing, just go to the website and click on the thing you want to go to, and it'll be there.
And the cool thing is, if you miss something, it'll still be up on YouTube, so you can still watch it. So.
Yeah.
That is
Forever and ever and ever.
So one person just asked, Ryan, how did you get involved with Sevens Rule in the first place with Aaron and Cirroc?
Okay, first, Katie Carr, who's our good friend. We love Katie Carr. To answer your question, you don't need any special account. You don't need anything. You don't need to sign up for anything or log into anything or download anything. It's all on YouTube. Go to our website. Every video is on YouTube, and every event is basically on Facebook. So you can just click on the links and go there, and you're easy.
So I guess if you want to interact, you have to have a YouTube account. So that's the one thing you'd have to sign up for.
That's
Someone
true.
said Chris Brenner has a solid
She would be able to
platform.
ask the question. What?
Someone said Chris Brenner has a solid platform, which is a good segue into the next episode. But continue, sorry.
Oh, yeah. But you have to ask me the question again because I got lost.
Oh, were you done with the other part?
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry, I got lost in the comments. Somebody just wanted to know how you originally got involved with Seventh Rule and Jake and Nog.
Real quickly, well, Aaron Eisenberg asked me to be part of the Seventh Rule.
How did you two know each other? Is what the question said.
Oh, we must have met somewhere between 5 and 8 years ago. I can tell you, I don't remember if it was the first time we met, but the first time where I was like, hey, you know what, this is a good guy, was that at a Star Trek convention, Star Trek Las Vegas, our favorite convention in the world, somebody asked me to sign something, do a quick autograph of something, a poster or something like that. And I was like, oh, shoot. And I saw Aaron was there, and I was like, hey, can I borrow your, what are those things called? Sharpie pen. I don't know. I was like, can I borrow that? And he's like, yeah, sure. And so, but I had to go sign it elsewhere. And then when I came back, Aaron was like, oh, no, keep it. I'm like, I don't know why, but I was like, what a nice thing to do. He's like, I got plenty of them. Just keep it in case somebody asks you again. I was like, oh, really nice. But anyway, then everybody else was like, yeah, duh. Everybody knows Aaron is super nice. Right?
Yeah.
Right. That's why I married him.
Yeah, that's why I
Good call.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was a long time ago. And then 2 years ago, basically, Aaron said, hey, we're starting a new podcast, or I'm starting a new podcast with Russ Hasledge of ODYSY Radio. By the way, huge shout out to Russ Hasledge of ODYSY Radio. He was instrumental in setting this up. He said, look, if you get a podcast, you have a home. And so that, I think that was the encouragement that Aaron needed. And he was like, all right, I'm going to get a podcast. And I was like, I'm all for it, but we needed another person. And he started calling people around or whatever. And then he comes back one day and calls me. He's like, dude, Cirroc said yes. Are you in? I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? That's the perfect fit. Jake and Nog. I mean, it's not like Nog and, Chekhov or whatever. Which would be
amazing too.
It was just crazy. It was like Jake and Nog. I'm like, of course I'm going to be a part of this. That's the best idea ever. And that's how it started. It was a lot of fun.
And Russ Hasledge also runs the Federation, which is a humanitarian nonprofit that was started with Gene Roddenberry. So they're really cool to check them out. And they have some really interesting events. And also on the promo video for Marie's Crisis Piano Sing-Along on Saturday, Russ actually is also a Bing Crosby singer impersonator. So he actually sings Blue Skies in the background, which is really cute. Little known fact.
Michael here is an excellent singer, by the way. I'll have you know.
I know. I did a deep dive into Fallingtower.
Yes. Oh, and he also designed this or orchestrated this little ditty that we have, like a little 10 to 20 second thing at the beginning and end of every video on the Fallingtower thing. So when you hear that snazzy 80s techno song, you know that's Michael that made that.
Aww.
That's great.
I'm loving all the Chris Brenner talk.
Come on.
That was really good. I didn't mean to sound surprised, but it was really good.
He's like, will you read that?
Oh man, this is a good one, you guys.
Garrick is cheering.
What's up? Hey.
We love your name.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Garrick.
I can finally hear you. It's kind of crazy.
All right.
Garrick's coming at us, huh?
It's somebody. I don't know what it is. I mean, yeah, they were literally turning my my broadcast off, so it would just shut down automatically.
Attention StreamYard workers.
Yes. Yes. It was pretty bad, so I'm glad that I got a little bit of time in. Jeez.
Well, there is a fan theory that your ceiling fan has been taken over by nanoprobes. So that could also have something to do with it. Somebody wrote a fan fiction, called it
very possible.
Called it #1 fan or something. Something clever.
It's this my ceiling fan. That's my guy out there.
That's Emma.
Yes, Immo Radke in northwestern Germany.
He's actually been working on getting his schedule so that he can align it with your Las Vegas hours for the convention.
Oh man,
Pretty
It was crazy. I
hardcore.
couldn't even hear you guys. I couldn't hear. I could just hear like sporadic words every once in a while, and then it would shut me down. So it was just ridiculous. It was
Oh,
crazy.
Garrett.
Garrick.
Derek.
Baby.
Yes.
Now,
Somebody out there knows how to stabilize the transmission.
Speaking of IMO, I'd like to take this moment to thank a few people. And their names are Titus Moeller, Bill Victor Arukin, TJ Jackson Bay, PJ Thomas, Timothy Baum, Carmen, we won't get into her last name, Dennis Koch, Eve England, Rex A. Wood, Yvette Blackman, and Marie Segal, that's you, and Commander Homer Frizzell. You guys know what you did.
Yay.
So, special thanks to them.
Aw.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Wouldn't be here without him.
That's a true
Without the
statement.
late great Aaron Eisenberg.
Mhm.
Oh, we're talking about actually how the seventh rule got formed by Aaron. Cirroc, do you want to add anything? What was the conversation like when Aaron first approached you to start this podcast? Because I kind of went over what he said to me. You know, we kind of like talked ahead of time.
Yeah.
And I gave him like the tentative yes, but we needed another person. And then he called back so excited, and I matched his excitement when he said who it was. I was like, okay, that is perfect. There's no way that you could find a better person. What was that conversation like?
It was like, you know, do you want to get back together and do the band again? It was like a reunion for us, friendship-wise. And you know, and he downplayed it. He was like, it's only going to be like 10 minutes a week.
For 6 days straight.
Yeah, or us constantly texting you.
Yeah, you barely have to do anything. So he talked me into it, and it was one of the best things I've ever done, and I'm glad he did.
Yeah,
it's been a blessing to be in touch with everybody, and just to be connected with the family. And I remember he said something to the extent of like, "Yeah, I know you're a hermit, Cirroc, or I know you like to hide out a lot." And I was thinking, you know,
such a recluse.
Do I have a reputation for being like hiding out? You know, I thought it was available. So it ended up being a good thing.
Totally. Melissa, do you remember when how excited Aaron was when he first told you, dude, Cirroc said yes?
Well, yeah, he was pretty stoked. He was pretty great to, yes, that you had joined in again, because, yeah, he loves you, man. He loved you. Yeah.
For sure.
And it was a great fit. It was, you guys always had great chemistry.
Yeah.
So, and he was happy to rekindle that friendship as well. So, yeah.
Scott, do you remember how excited you were when I told you that Michael and I were starting the new Watch the First podcast?
I was literally so excited that I can't remember. It was like, I think I like fell and hit my head on the side of the table and blacked out or something. It was
You and Michael Dorn? Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You and Michael Dorn.
He's from Deep Space Nine. So we're going to get out of everybody's hair in a few minutes here, but let's make sure we didn't miss any questions. We want to make sure that we covered all these. You guys, the next thing that's up after this is really cool.
Life-changing.
Life-changing.
You're right. Tell us what it is, Anne-Marie.
First of all, we've had some really good segues into it because everybody's like, oh, that Chris Brenner, which is the topic of the next episode. Past Tense Part 1 with Ira, Stephen Bear, and Robert Hewitt Wolf, and Ryan T. Husk. and Garrett is jamming my signal Cirroc Lofton. So it's going to be pretty amazing.
It's really cool to have Robert Hewitt Wolf and Ira Stephen Bear join us to review Past Tense Part 1. And that's right after this, you guys. And it's like, I mean, right, Cirroc, how cool is it having those guys just telling us where they came up with these ideas and what they wish they had done and what they, what they love about this? Yeah, I was thinking that too. All right. Well, so
somebody had a question, or somebody just had a question about signed pictures, and we had talked about it earlier with Renee and emailing Renee's wife. But otherwise, you can become a 7th Rule Patreon patron, and then you get Ryan and Cirroc signed pictures every couple months.
Mm-hmm. And probably Rico E. Anderson too, if he would do it. Yeah. he would do it.
And the info for that is on the website there. You go to the website and there's a button that says support. And it's not for us supporting you if you're having problems. It's for you to support. It's not tech support. It is so that you can support the 7th Row there. So without Ryan's knowledge, I just updated the website main page there so that first button there says event schedule when you go to the main page of the website there. So you just click that and it takes you right to the calendar and all the fun stuff, and the links are in there. So just follow those links, and the world of Virtual TrekCon is your oyster.
That's a good idea. Good idea.
Oh, Mark wants a Cirroc and Ryan calendar with provocative poses in every month.
Oh,
then you're in for luck. Wait, you're in luck. You're in for some. Yeah,
you're in for some luck.
We would have done it, but we can't get near each other enough to do the calendar right now.
That's funny because Aaron wanted to do one of those.
We actually talked about it. I remember. And I wanted to take pictures at like all the iconic places like Vasquez Rocks, of course, and like the Pullman water treatment plant where they have Starfleet Academy. I was like, dude, we got
the Edo planet.
We got to have pictures of Jake and Nog at Starfleet Academy. How perfect would that be?
Cute.
Well, and he wanted to include a Chippendale one with the bow ties and Photoshop his head on buff body.
That's February.
That's February.
He signed you up, Ryan. You didn't know about it.
You had no clue. But
he's like, he'll be there. It'll be fine.
Yeah, your head's on Kira's body.
Well, and he wanted to include, Armin and Max and JG.
So oh my God.
So let's go around and ask everybody, and everybody in the comments answer this question too, please. What event, video, panel, interview are you most looking forward to in these next 6 days? We'll start with Scott Baker.
Well, I'll just say that I did a couple of days ago, I pre-recorded a show, and I'm excited for everybody to see it. And that's Thomas E. Supernaut, the special makeup artist, does an amazing Klingon a recreation on Rico E. Anderson. I went out to Tom's house, and he's got this shop, and he's got all his stuff there, and so he did a old school TNG DS9 era Klingon makeup on Rico, and it looks amazing. Unfortunately, I had to severely edit the video down. Tom has all these great stories about his time working in Star. He worked in Star Trek for about 10 years on all the shows from TNG to Enterprise. He worked on First Contact and Generations, and so he's got way too many stories. I mean, we could have a whole convention with just the stories that Tom has to tell about his time working in Trek. And so I had to edit that down to the hour or so they could fit in the schedule for this. But later
I didn't edit it down to an hour, Scott. I was very disappointed.
Yeah, it's like hour and 8 minutes or something. It's like there's just so much here, you know.
Yeah.
But later we'll put up the full video with all the extended, the unedited,
deleted scenes
later. But it's so good. I'm excited for people to see not just the amazing makeup job that Tom does on Rika, but also all the stories they have to tell and stuff like that. It's going to be a fun one to
Emmy award winning.
I can't wait.
Yes.
Pretty amazing, really good stuff. And Rico, oh my God, he looked amazing as a Klingon. I texted Scott, I was like, he must be in heaven right now. And Scott, of course, showing off his knowledge, said, yeah, he's in Stovokor. Are you pulling up
awesome.
right now, Scott? It looks like you are.
I'll give you guys a little sneak peek here.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Was it BYO
Wow.
blade or was there a blade available?
So
Wow.
he looks awesome. Yeah,
That's amazing.
It was so much fun to see. I mean, honestly, Tom could have done that makeup job in 20 minutes, but he's, stopping to tell stories and they're laughing and making jokes and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Oh. I'm
I
also
love
super
Russ.
pumped for Doug Drexler's too. Like both of them are so like entrenched in Star Trek for like decades. It's gonna be pretty amazing.
Anne-Marie, anything jump out at you on the schedule?
Do not make me choose. It's a real Sophie's choice. I don't know. I love past tense. So I'm super, and I love Ira a ton, and Robert Hewitt Wolf, also easy on the eyes. So I'm super excited for that one. And then, I mean, the DS9 panels look amazing. Robert Beltran, we love. The disco panel is amazing. Like, basically everything. And then I'm just like, nothing. I love nothing more than Star Trek and Broadway. So obviously, I'm super excited about Show Tune Sing Along. But also, we forgot to mention that the Roddenberrys just popped up in the live chat, and they're also going to be appearing on Saturday.
Where are they?
Great.
They're so talented, and if you go to their website, we'll have the links. But on their YouTube channel, they have like music videos where they play like the Ressican flute Picard theme song, and they've shot it at STLV. Just amazing content. So I'm looking forward to them too on Saturday, and obviously trivia.
Roddenberry's awesome. We're really looking forward to what they're bringing. They are showing up on Saturday. Really cool panel. We just added that, in fact. So a couple days ago, guys, the schedule has changed since then. So if you looked at it a couple days ago and not since, check again. The Roddenberrys are in the house. Star Trek Las Vegas's house band for this year, if it happens. But they're kind of like our house band.
Yes.
And doing a panel. So we love the Roddenberrys, super talented and creative and awesome. And Orville Nation, shout out to them. Thank you so much.
Hey.
Orville Nation's awesome. PJ Thomas, meteorologist Katie's a part of that. And they're both going to be a part of our Orville discussion group. Shout out to them.
And then also Michelle Hurd and Kenneth Mitchell got kind of added a little bit last minute. So just to make sure everybody knows, those two are amazing additions.
Yeah.
I personally love Raffi. So
Me too.
I can't wait. She's great.
Me
and
too.
Kenneth
That
Mitchell
was
is obviously a wonderful, beautiful human being.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Michelle Hurd was somebody we've wanted for a long time because we're really excited to get her. So
You're just spoiling us.
Stay tuned to that.
Well, and I also have to add really fast, and then my turn's over, I swear. The Nichelle Nichols moment, which is like, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
Mm-hmm.
Scott giggled at that. I don't know why.
I was there, so yeah.
Recalibrating.
Recalibrating. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. O'Brien is never around when you need him.
Godspeed, Jake.
He's kayaking.
Yeah. He's kayaking. He's playing
kayaking.
He's playing squash with Dr. Bashir.
Oh yes.
So,
Typical.
Malissa, did anything jump out at you as far as the panels and events?
So many things are jumping out at me. There's too many to choose from. Dr. Muhammad Noor, of course, and Dr. Aaron McDonald is going to be on a panel with Mary Chifo and some other friends, and the Discovery panel is exciting, and of course the influence of strong women in Trek, and the Orville panel, the next generation panel with Max Grodenchik and Andy Robinson and Hana Hate, and of course Ryan and Cirroc.
Oh.
So there's so many panels to look forward to.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about Rom's appearance. Super excited.
Yes!
All the way from Austria.
All the way from Austria.
Yeah.
Katie, are you just mostly
nice.
looking forward to the Orville, and that's pretty much it?
Everything in Star Trek. Oh my gosh. I told Ryan, I've seen every episode of Star Trek ever made at least twice. And so this is just kind of amazing, especially with my schedule, because, Sioux City, Iowa, there's not a lot of big cities around. So you don't really get to see as many cons as if I were near Chicago or Los Angeles. So this is like a playground, but I'm definitely looking forward to the Orville one, just because I'm hoping people who haven't seen the show still join in, because it's such a good show. It's made basically by one of the largest Star Trek fans out there, Seth MacFarlane, and it totally shows. It's so Star Trek, but with his own little twist.
And Brandon Braga is also pretty high up there.
Yeah. And you got
Doug
gosh, you have
Drexler.
a bunch of Trek alumni who just make appearances as the aliens in the show, and oh my gosh, like there was one point where I was watching an episode, without spoiling it, where I'm like, it's the Doctor versus Neelix, and this is incredible.
That's an amazing episode. Yeah. And also,
the Star Trek alumni as a main cast member in the show.
Cirroc Lofton.
Thank you so much, Pamela. She says thank you for this amazing virtual con. Thank you. We really appreciate that. Patrick Sinker has something he is claiming. He's throwing the gauntlet down. He says DS9 for life.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Patrick Sinker. We really appreciate that. There was a question, a quick question. Katie Carr asked it, I believe.
We love Katie Carr.
Yeah, here it is.
That's a good question.
I don't know what happened there. She asks if they can ask questions in the comments of the actors. And yes, of course you can. If it's something that's pre-recorded, then they'll have to answer it at a different day. but if they're there, then it should be just fine. We'll catch it. Just kind of like now, we'll be talking about our own things, but if we get a chance to look over, we absolutely will. And we encourage people to ask questions, because you guys always ask so many questions that we wish we thought of. So we definitely appreciate that. The Smoke 007 pops up. I think we know that to be Eric Moran, who will also be a part of the Orville discussion panel. And he's doing his own Orville fan film. So check that out.
That's great.
Yeah, check that out. You can find all the information there in the description box of the Orville panel video.
And they are actually naming their ship the USS Eisenberg.
Yes.
Thank you for remembering that. That's awesome. Sorry, I just want to think about that for a second. I just really like that.
I know.
Yeah. What did Aaron think of the Orville, Melissa? I know he liked it. Or maybe just pretended to.
No, he didn't pretend to like it. He was on the fence. But we had started watching it together, and then we didn't finish it. So we were halfway. I've finished it myself, and I enjoy it. But we were halfway through the first season, and he kept saying, "Not quite funny, not quite Trek."
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think he likes Spaceballs.
Oh yes, he loves Spaceballs, and he wanted he was expecting the Orville to be more like Spaceballs, but
really?
so he was disappointed in that regard. But I think it would have grown on him if he had watched it more.
Oh, it just gets
Season
better
2.
and better and better and better.
Yeah,
and better.
season 2 was pretty
yeah.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him saying nice things about it, but maybe he was buttering it up for our show. Maybe he was just trying to keep it a little nicer for our show.
Maybe he was trying to get Jake and Nog on the Orville, which would be amazing.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
I mean, my headcanon is that Jake is like an older half brother of the two boys anyway.
Yes, because it passed the 8
Yeah.
because Penny Johnson's in there. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you to Glenn H. Thank you to Tamia Harper. She says, thanks so much, y'all. We say thanks back. Al Rodriguez, Ferengi Free Market Alliance rules the world.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's saying, but it sounds awesome. It sounds like a book.
that's all thanks to Rom.
Yeah.
Great. So I think we're good now, right, guys? Nobody has any other questions?
Yes. Go get a snack. Make sure you're here in time for past tense part 1.
Go to the bathroom. Duh.
Yeah. Yeah, we tried to leave a few minutes in between videos just so that if you need to go do whatever you got to do, but otherwise,
Your waste receptacles.
yeah. For the most
Their
part,
business.
the videos are just going to go one after the other. So, guys, it should be a great time. You'll have a few minutes in between videos, and yeah, Rom will take care of your waste extraction.
Oh, and then tonight there's a party at the unofficial Star Trek. Wait,
It's
Ryan,
at
can you explain it?
Yeah, it's at the Shore Leave page. So go to the website, and Marina Kravchuk and Jesse
Love
O'Kenny.
her. Love him.
Love him too.
They're amazing.
They have a podcast called Shore Leave, and on their Facebook page for Shore Leave, they're doing the welcome party. You know, like at Star Trek Las Vegas, everybody has like a welcome party, or people come in and everybody's so happy to see each other. So they're hosting that, you know, like a real convention, but without the hugging and high fives.
So is it a Zoom chat or like,
Is it what?
is it a Zoom
Yeah,
chat?
it is a Zoom chat. So you can actually join the Zoom chat itself. The link is also there on the website that we've got that Scotty Baker updated. You can join the Zoom chat, or you could just go to their Facebook page and watch and join the live chat itself. So you have two options there.
Oh, cool. So I better drink my STLV Folders Gourmet coffee that they sell at Cork's Bar.
Right.
Okay, I think I got all the questions.
Yeah, I think so
Hopefully.
too. Great. So everybody, in a few minutes, past tense part 1, which is basically a prophetic episode of Deep Space Nine at this point, takes place
Unfortunately,
in
not
2024.
cautionary.
Yeah.
Right?
Takes place in 2024, and we're practically there, in not just chronologically. So best of luck out there. You guys have fun. If you have any questions, just message us at the website, or on Virtual TrekCon's Facebook page or something like that. You can find us anywhere. Thanks very much. You guys have any
Thank you all
final
for
words
having
to
me.
say? Michael Kenyon.
What about? I'm sorry. Did you ask me a question or something?
No, I just said, do we have any final words? And I said, Michael Kenyon. You're like, nah, I'll just wait.
Just go ahead and subscribe to both pages. Like all the videos. Write in the comments section, not just the side comments, but actually in the real comments. It helps boost the searchability of all the videos. So.
Right, that's very true. Also, if you comment in the comment section below, that's going to stay forever, not just the live chat. Live chat's kind of a one-time thing, so definitely participate in the live chat. But when the video's over, please go down. Make sure you give the videos a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you give us a comment in the comment section below. Just say if you liked it or if you hated it. Don't say you hated it.
The links for the party tonight and for everything are all on the virtualtrekcon.com webpage when you look at the calendar. So make sure to check it out.
Awesome.
Great.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yes,
Amazing
thank you.
work.
Well, thank you, Ryan. This is awesome.
Yeah, thanks for
and
Ryan for
Scott.
putting everything together.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks. We're looking
Scott
forward
for
to it. It's
doing
gonna be
all
a
the
fun
editing
time.
And
stuff.
Scott, so that I can there's a website that I know how to use.
Yeah.
Right.
Instrumental.
Even I can figure it out. Thank you.
Been very helpful.
Right.
We're hoping for big things. Lots of fun,
Mhm.
lots of days, lots of party time. So everybody, stay home, stay healthy, stay safe, and just watch us for like 6 days. And then when the 6 days are over, you'll be like, whoa, no more COVID. It's gone, you guys. We did it. All we had to do was sit inside and watch something for 6 days. And then they'll be like, you know what? I am going to subscribe to this channel now. That was nice of them.
And always remember the 7th rule.
Right. And WTF, Fallingtower. All right. Anyway, thanks very much, guys. If you have any questions, let us know. Give us some comments in the comments section below. Subscribe to everything and be safe out there, okay?
See everybody in the live chat.
Bye. See you in Stovacor. All right. Wait.